with you on Easter, but we live in this amazing time in the universe where we actually can be with you in your homes on the screen, even though we're not physically with you.
Yep.
So we're kind of excited that we get to be with you, even though we're not really with you.
Yeah, because, it's nice, like, normally for Easter, as a mom of 4 kids, I would have bought all the Easter outfits. I made sure we all coordinated, but this year, Easter pajamas.
Rocking the Easter PJs.
Yeah, it is.
Loving it. Well, it's about time to get started. So, if you guys are ready, let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
So one of my absolute favorite things about Easter is Easter eggs. I love hiding them. I love finding them. I especially love eating the candy that's inside of them. So today we have a game that's all about Easter eggs. So here's what's gonna happen. On the screen, there's gonna be all sorts of different Easter eggs, and you're gonna try to find the differences between the eggs. Now, I hope that you can do really well. You gotta concentrate because it's gonna get harder and harder to spot the differences. But I think you can do it. Are you ready to play this game? Oh yeah, I know you're ready. Let's do this thing. You're gonna play. Go!
Hey guys, I love that game. I hope you guys had fun guessing the differences. Here's the thing. I know that this year Easter is going to look a little bit different, and maybe you're not feeling quite as happy. But the truth is, Easter's not happy because of all the things that you have in chocolate or Peeps or Easter eggs or even the golden egg like we like to hide at our house. It's happy because of the story of Jesus. And that story is so great, but it's so simple. It's even practically as simple as laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down His life. Through God's power, He defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, He's promised to return, so we can live with Him forever.
And every time I hear the Easter story, it just amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world, and it's the greatest story that's ever been told. And here's the thing. The fact that Jesus came back to life means that we can really do anything. We can accomplish anything. We can battle anything that comes our way. We don't have to be afraid. We can be brave. We can do all those things because Jesus is alive. I like to think about it this way. It's kind of a fill in the blank. I can blank because Jesus is alive. So I don't know what you would fill that in with. Maybe I can love my family because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Maybe after this video is finished, you and your family can sit down together and write down some things that you can do because Jesus is alive. And Easter, even though we're not all together and even though it feels a little different, Easter is happy. It's a happy time because Jesus is alive. Let's worship together with this song.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate